There we go.
Hi, my name is Pat Hynes. I'm the director of the New Mexico Space Grant and NASA EBSCOR programs here in New Mexico, and I'm also the chair of the International Symposium for Personal and Commercial Spaceflight, which is where I met Ulla Eisberg or Lenoberg, and where I met Johanna and Bengt and Dan from the symposium. And the reason I met them is I invited Ulla Norberg to the symposium to meet with all of the spaceport directors in 2007. What they understood then is the purpose of the International Symposium for Personal and Commercial Spaceflight is to bring the industry together to help grow it, bring the members and the agencies involved in personal and commercial spaceflight together. And the assumption is bringing people together to create dialogue will also create collaborations, which it has with us, Spaceport America and Spaceport Sweden. Now, I'm a collaborator with Spaceport Sweden. I've been working, and Spaceport America, I've been working on what is now Spaceport America since 1991 in my role with NASA. NASA, as you know, is getting more involved in space commercialization because it just makes financial sense, and it will enable research because we are increasing access to space in low Earth orbit eventually. So it will be microgravity and then low Earth orbit environments. Our initial work at the symposium was to explain the business to each other, and as the business has grown in the last 5 years, we have seen milestones reached like the flight of White Knight 2 and soon the rollout of Spaceship 2. This system will provide access to space. The catalyst for this market to develop will be space tourism, but as scientists and researchers, we will take advantage of this environment to enable the research investigations to move forward faster. There is also that aspect of the research that we will be doing to create commercial applications, and there will be the killer app that we will make. It will help people understand how we will commercialize space for much bigger rewards and financial return. But in order to do that, we have to increase the frequency that we fly, which is why we bring the scientists and the engineers, the federal agencies, the global collaborators, the military community, the science and engineering community, the people who have been doing this business for years, like you've been doing at S-Range and in Sweden, both from the ballooning, sounding rocket perspectives, as well as the investigation of the aurora, investigation of the ozone. All of those people who have been doing experiments in the way you've been doing them can possibly have additional tools to use to investigate these environments and create new investigations, because you will be spending less money on the launch systems. We are very excited about the potential to collaborate. The assumption of the symposium is all sessions are held in plenary, so we all get the same information at the same time. We all are learning at the same time, so this is a learning community. We must therefore get together to discuss this learning and what it means to each other in relationship to those things that interest you. So if you're a business developer, you will see how developing spaceports will enable industry that supports the spaceports. Any port is grown by initial transportation needs that are facilitated by the development of the port, but then the next tier of businesses that develop around the port that support the initial work of the transportation that is facilitated by that port, the restaurants, the trucking industry, the additional, in our case, research community. That will all be the next tier that is developed, so that if you're a developer, you understand that. If you're a scientist, you understand the access to space will be facilitated by these communities. If you are an educator, you understand the potential for research is only enabled by helping faculty understand the business, get trained in the business. So the tiers come together all in the same room at the same time, and the discussion comes from the standpoint of human spaceflight and the cargo side, the satellite side. So that's what we are doing right now. We are very much looking forward to collaborating with the very mature research environment that S-Range has enabled over the many years. We are also looking to help Spaceport Sweden develop, because one spaceport alone cannot survive, and we would like to have Spaceport Sweden be very soon following us, because you all have a very proactive environment. You understand operating in space environments, so we hope to see you soon.